rolls out of bed around noon. The bedroom smells like a tomb. Cracks open fireball number 4. What is he even fighting for? Flags another channel, calls it war. Nobody really knows the score. Types it up in its sand, then does it all again. Doobie-doobie-doo, where are you? Crying on the internet again. Doobie-doobie-doo, what you gonna do? What you doing this weekend? What you doing this weekend? What you doing this weekend? The bull came around late last night. Jeremy just turned off the light. Melody Mac put her name on the line, defending a man in a hard decline. She loves Jeremy more than her own man, running defense any way she can. Left her husband on the shelf. Girl, you really outdid yourself. Doobie-doobie-doo, where are you? Crying on the internet again. Doobie-doobie-doo, what you gonna do? What you doing this weekend? What you doing this weekend? What you doing this weekend? Hannah B. Claire makes a face every time he's a disgrace. Her eyes go wide, her brows go up, but she never tells him to shut up. A little felt a subtle look, that's as far as Hannah took. Honey, if you see it clear, why are you still sitting here? Doobie-doobie-doo, where are you? Crying on the internet again. Doobie-doobie-doo, what you gonna do? What you doing this weekend? Doobie-doobie-doo, where are you, man? What you doing this weekend? He's been in the bathroom for an hour. The Rumble number's going sour. The stream is dead and the chat is gone, and nobody noticed he was on. Doobie-doobie-doo, where are you? Hiding on the toilet again. Doobie-doobie-doo, nothing is new. What you doing this weekend? 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 What you doing this weekend?
Hail and howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Chaturday night. I am your host, Jeremy Wormy, and we're going to have a fun time because I did not stream last night. Therefore, I have a lot to go over. Don't worry, I got a show for us tonight. We got a lot to get. We got a lot to get through. We got Jer content, obviously. We got Asmongold. We got Hasan fucking Piker. We got so much to talk about. We have a Frogan. We have return of Frogan to the channel, and a return of another old retard. Yeah, we got a return of another old retard that we're going to be talking about tonight because that's going to be a fun one. We also have a few other things here or there to go over, some pop culture stuff, some things like that, but we're going to get through it as usual. Is my BG, what the fuck? What the hell was that? No, my OBS was just acting all stupid, but hail and howdy, everybody. Now, before we go too far, I want to tell you guys what happened yesterday, because I was going to stream last night. Then something came up. Something came up in my household that I couldn't stream. Yeah. It's a big thing. We got a new dog. That's it. Yeah, we got a new doggo. It's been months since we last had to put down, you know, a dog that we've had for a long period of time. So we went out and finally found a new one. You know, it takes time to find that new one after, you know, you put down a dog and stuff like that. So we got a new one, and his name is Oakley. That's about it. He might be on stream someday. Some stuff like that might happen, but he's a good little doggo. He's a new doggo. I'm having to take care of him constantly. So like, yeah, yesterday we went to the vet because, you know, live in a rural area. not a whole lot of places to, you know, get the dogs at. So we found him at a vet. He was abandoned 3 months ago or so. Beautiful doggo. Beautiful fucking doggo. Oh my God, I love this dude. And he is so fun to just hang out with right now. So it's nice having Oakley around. It's nice having a doggo around again. Again, we put down our last dog. She was like 13 years old. She was riddled with cancer, and so it was a bad time for her, but so we had to put her down. But we put her down basically in April, so it's been some months, and he's like a year old. He's a good puppy. Here, let me DM myself the pic. Actually, here, can I pull this pic up on Canva? Let me see, because I put up I have a pic of him. Give me a second. And to help make sure that I didn't do anything stupid, I blurred out like the surrounding areas and all that. Let me get this pic. Give me a second. Give me a second. To help make sure I didn't show anything I shouldn't show, I went into Canva and I basically blurred out the surrounding area. There's not, even if I didn't blur it out, there's not a whole lot, but you know, people on the internet can sometimes be weird. But here he is. Here's Oakley. Look at the doggo. Look at the beautiful doggo. Look at him. He's a good boy. Good boy, and I'm so happy to have him around. I'm happy to have a dog around again. It's really hard when you're a dog person and you don't have a dog around, but you're not ready to get a new one. And he's a leopard Pyrenees mix. He's a leopard Pyrenees. No, not a leopard Pyrenees. He's a Catalua. He's a Catalua mixed with like a healer. So that's what we have right now. We don't know exactly what he is, because again, he was abandoned, found, and then we adopted him. So we don't know what he is, but he's our new little boy. How old is he? About a year. It's about a year old, somewhere in that general vicinity. So he has tons of energy. So I'm going to be using him to help me, you know, exercise more. Basically, right now, how we have to do this is every morning. Sorry, I had something weird get in my throat. Every morning, I have to go out, walk him around for a little bit prior to work. About 30 minutes, something like that. 30 minutes, walk him around. Then comes lunch, do another walk with him for about 15 minutes. Then when I get home from work, I'm walking with him for about an hour. So it's gonna be good. Healers are great dogs, super smart, really energetic, easy to train. Oh, he's super intelligent right now, Salty Australian. They already taught him basically sit and stay. I'm having to help like double train him and make sure that he knows what he is. He's having a hard time understanding that his name's Oakley. He has a hard time with that one. But we're getting him active, you know, making sure he knows the area and all that. Gonna have to be training with him, so there's gonna be some streams that, you know, the schedule just works a little bit differently, because I'm gonna have to work with him for a little while. We live in a rural area. Got to make sure those dogs are trained up and prepared. Oh, he'll do good. He'll do good. Just tons of fucking energy. Holy shit. Basically, last night, before we went and picked him up, they taught him how to fetch last night. It took him like 2 tries, then he figured out how to fetch. So yeah, I'm happy. You're doing more than Jerry ever has with for his dogs. I'm trying. I'm trying my best, because I love my doggos. I love them so much, and I like having them around. Hey, Fear the Haggis, how are you doing? We might check that out a little bit later, okay? I see you that you sent your new video. We might check that out later. We got some stuff to go through, okay? Are you making an exercise course for him? Not right now, Crowbar. What we are doing right now is basically I don't care. Anyways, basically what we're doing right now is just walking around all over the property, doing all that. We're doing stuff like that. So that's what we're basically doing, okay? That's what we're doing. But anyways, let me get some water. And we are going to start off. So like usual, we're going to start off slow and then we're going to build up. But I saw this just before stream started. I have not been following this stuff around. You should make some content with Heather Hambley, dude. Would be hilarious. I'll think about it. But I saw this just before I went live. So a little backstory on this one, okay? A little backstory. Right now, when it comes down to this, if you guys are aware of like clavicular, is that how you say his name? The dude, the looks maxing weirdo, okay? That dude just was like going all over the place recently. This is not a good version of this, okay? It's not great, but this dude was just going wild here recently for the past several months or so. And I guess he went to Israel. I guess. Don't quote me on that one. I'm a little bit confused on this whole story. But Sneeko learned that he went to Israel, and I have this here from Drama Alert real quick, okay? From Drama Alert, Sneeko unfollows Klavik, I'm not even gonna try to say his fucking name, over his stance on Israel. The funniest thing about this, okay, the most hilarious part about this is just how fucking how sad Sneeko is here. It's so fucking funny.
And my time in Tel Aviv was, extremely well received. The locals there were extremely.
By the way, I did not add the music here. Fucking Drama Alert did. The music adds more.
Nice. And I had a good time.
I'm gonna follow. Asked if you would apologize for the Heil Hitler. Okay, like he's not gonna. I can't even. How could I be friends with somebody like this? I'm gonna follow him. I'll show you right. Yeah, I'd be not making.
Look at him. He's so sad. He's so sad. He's literally crying right now because Clavicular liked how they treated him as Israel.
Mistake, bro. Done.
What the fuck? And I just love the music that they add on. That little like boo. I love it so much. Like he's dying inside. Yeah, I don't like anybody in this whole thing, okay? But he's dying inside watching this dude. He's watching the little sad man with a woman nose talk about this shit, and he's just sitting here like, "He's my bro. He's my boy. We sang the Yay song together."
And my time in Tel Aviv was, extremely well received. The locals there were extremely nice, and I had a good time.
I'm gonna follow.
Asked if you would apologize for the Heil Hitler.
Okay, like
just because he said, like, I'm looking at this. He sounds like he just had a decent time in Israel. They treated him nicely. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. But just because of that, because he had a nice time in Israel, Sneeko's losing it.
He's not gonna. I can't even. How could I be friends with somebody like this? I'm gonna follow him. I'll show you right. Yeah, I'd be not making the same mistake, bro. Done.
What the hell? Dude, it's not that serious. It's not. It's not that serious, dude. There's no point in actually freaking out about this shit like that. I'm gonna go. Yes, he is gay, okay? I can barely say his fucking name. Clav is gay. He lost his shit because his plastic surgeon gave him a bad nose. His plastic surgeon decided to go out there and basically gave him a bad nose, so he lost his shit over it. It's so fucking gay. I'm convinced. You know what? Because we know Sneeko's gay, okay? We know Sneeko's gay. So now I'm becoming more convinced that Sneeko was more upset because Clav is also gay and they did gay stuff together. That's what I'm convinced. Clav admitted to working with the IDF. or the Israel government. He knows what he is doing. Wait, what? No, 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 no. There's no way Clavicular admitted to working with the IDF. I need to look this shit up. Okay? Clavicular IDF. Okay, I'm looking. I probably butchered his name. Let me look at this. Okay, let me double check that. Okay, I spelled his name entirely wrong. Clavicular IDF. Okay, I need to look this up. What is this? What is this? I don't even care about Israel at all, but wait. Shira is reportedly facing life-changing consequences over giving Clavicular access to the IDF TikTok. Wait. What? This is real? Shira, I don't know who Shira is reportedly facing life-changing consequences over giving Clav access to the IDF TikTok account. What is this timeline? Oh, what is this timeline? I see Alpha Tango Joe says, I don't care about Israel because I'm a fucking idiot who covers locales. No, I don't care about Israel because I live in America, dude. I don't make my life all about this shit.
Shira's life is ruined. Yeah, that's terrible, but that's what crazy internet people do, right? She didn't really do anything wrong, and it's a horrible thing. So I feel bad for the girl, but I mean, like, it was a very mundane stream. Like, she was showing us about yoga.
God damn it. Look at this dude. Okay, this dude's had so much plastic surgery. Yeah, he's supposed to look bulky and shit, but just look at him. He's so fucking thin and pathetic.
Just coming and partying for a little bit. So really did nothing wrong whatsoever, but facing an immense amount of backlash because just people are haters, and that's what sucks.
Hey, Dom.
That's the terrible thing.
I'm more shocked that I'm trying to figure out how he got involved with the IDF now. Seiko crashes out on Clav after hearing him talk about meeting and sleeping with an IDF female. So wait. There's so much lore here that I need to look into. What is this? What is this? What is this world that we're living in? No wonder you liked Israel so much. They gave him an IDF soldier to sleep with. And I mean, okay, but I'm gonna be real here, okay? Okay, I'm gonna be real. One, I don't ever want to get anywhere near this chick. But I'm not gonna lie. She's not bad looking. She's not atrocious here, you know. She's kind of easy on the eyes, I'll be honest here. But I wouldn't trust her. I wouldn't trust her with 1,000 at all. I wouldn't trust her at all. Made for a supposed level. That is also true. And again, I don't give a shit about Israel at all. But if if they're giving you basically IDF people to sleep with, there's something fucking wrong there. You need to be sitting there going, there's something going on here. Okay, if a foreign agency is giving you women to sleep with, you gotta be really thinking this shit through. It's no different than if China did it. Jeremy gets an IDF girl for supporting Israel. I'm indifferent. I don't give a shit. That's my position. That's always been my position. Hate them, like them. I don't give a fuck. Just quit crying to me about it. That has been my position, and that's where I'm happy. Where do I sign up? LOL says Speed Force. Dude. Oh, thank you, Citric. Yes, I'm happy to have the doggo. I'm happy. Eric Swalwell likes the Chinese agents he's given to sleep with. That's also true. He loves his Chi-coms. He loves them. Redline, that's pretty much my position. I would like to just forget about the Middle East entirely. I couldn't care less about it. Nuke them all for all I care. That's my position. I don't care about you. Nuke it all. It's all awful. Bye. End of discussion. Hey, everybody. The world would be a better place. And by the way, Citrix sent 2 Jules. Thank you. I like cheap gas more than any other country. That's pretty much my position. I care about America. You know, red, white, and blue. That's what I care about. I like my Orange King. That's what I like. So, yeah. That's what I care about. What the fuck's this? What the fuck? What is this? Okay. Weird thing going on my PC. But let's keep moving forward. So, the Jer segment, we're going to wait for a little bit longer. But before that, why don't we do the Hasan segment? Let's do the Hasan segment real quick. Because when it comes to Hasan, Hasan's a fucking interesting fellow. Like, this is the locale individual that for some reason gets propped up by so many political figures and made to seem like a legitimate individual. But in reality, he's just a fucking fig. He is the most pathetic loser out there, and for some reason, people think he's actually relevant. And it's just so fucking insane to me. And I want to bring this moment up in particular. Now, this is an old moment, obviously, but this is Hasan Piker crashing out over Dan Crenshaw, who, I mean, come on, I don't blame you, but still.
So insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner
Yeah, let's keep it
with
going.
them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training.
In a video
and
game.
Yeah, that in the video game thing really doesn't work, dude. That in a video game never worked, but okay, we know what he's famous for. This is like one of the lighter ends of things that he said that is just out of pocket and insane. Well, I'm going to bring us back, okay? You're going to think that none of this stuff is connected when I'm laying this stuff out for you, okay? You're going to think all this stuff is like, what the hell am I talking about? But I want to bring up something, okay? I want to remind you guys that for a while there, Hasan had a really weird picture in his background. A really, really weird picture right up here in his background. Furry diaper fetish imagery. What the fuck is this to begin with? But people rightfully laughed at Hasan for this picture. I mean, this picture is fucking wild. You want me to take you as a serious political figure, and yet you have something like this in your background. Like, this was prominent. This was all over. And this is him having interviews with actual political figures and stuff. And it's just right there. This is such a fucking crazy thing to have. Well, he apparently the trolling about it actually got to him, okay? The trolling to him has actually bothered him to an nth degree, more or less. And he's changed it to, well, the front page of the New York Times after 9/11. That is his new thing. That it's right fucking there. Right there. It's the brand new background image. Is literally him glorifying the 9/11 terrorist attacks. And he talked about it. Hasan explains his new 9/12 frame newspaper. Yes, guys, it's not 9/11. It's 9/12. It's from the day after.
Also, you might have noticed some changes behind me. I finally framed the Cutie Cinderella newspaper from 9/11, the morning of 9/12. The
Wow. Why?
newspaper right there.
Why?
The newspaper that covered 9/11. It's now officially sitting behind me, and I moved the North Korean poster up.
Okay. Why? Why have it prominently displayed? Did Cutie Cinderella write this? I don't think so. I don't know how old Cutie Cinderella is, but I highly doubt she wrote this or had anything to do with this. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do this?
In place of the fan art.
Yes, in place of the fan art, in place of these pieces of art that glorify me and depict me and all this stuff, in my background on my prominent fucking political show, apparently, I'm gonna just hang up a photo of 9/11. Even though one of my most iconic quotes is, again, that America deserved it. This sounds like smart ideas, guys.
Gonna find a new place to put all the fan art. Don't you worry. Okay. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, that's a PSA 10, by the way. That 9/11 poster, or not, the 9/11 news article is a PSA 10.
You even had it graded, dude. You had it graded. You have it graded as a perfect fucking image. What the fuck is wrong with you? Dude, seriously, what the hell? What the hell are you even thinking? Like, this would be... I'm trying to think of a good example here. I'm trying to think of a good example here to, like, put this on a comparison level. I really don't know if there's a good comparison. I don't know. Like, this is just so fucking deranged in my eyes. You're literally just hanging up a picture of 9/11. And again, you're famous for saying this shit.
So insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training.
In a video
and
game.
Like, you're famous for saying this shit. You're famous for going out there and glorifying terrorists on the regular, and now you're just showing off one of the biggest terrorist attacks in America in your background. Wow, that sounds ingenious. I also have this here from Dan Saltman, responding to, you know, this little clip. He says his previous excuse when he blamed his terrorist support on being ESL. That's right, guys. He only supports them because English was a second language.
No, I didn't say Americans deserve 9/11. I said America deserves 9/11.
Right, but that's
and
still
in that
wrong.
Moment, well, maybe you can chalk it up to English being my second language or whatever you want to chalk it up to. I should have used more precise and better use of the language there. It's messed up that I would even give the opportunity to the right to try to morally grandstand.
Well, you're just giving us more shit now because you don't believe this. You truly believe what it is that you say. You're a terrorist supporter, dude.
On an issue like this, when they are 100% responsible for all of the bloodshed that has been caused.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing...
By the way, you can see the diaper furry fetish art right there. You could just see it right there.
100% the exact same thing. 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not.
This dude is a fucking loser. I don't get it. I don't get why people think that he's a prominent content creator. I don't get why people end up thinking that he needs to be out here talking politics the whole time. He's a fucking loser. He's always been a loser, and he's a stain on everything that there is. Literally, change the laws to denaturalize and deport his ass. That's what I say. That's what I say. Hasan, yes. Yes. What's going on here? He's setting up his streaming room for another puff piece. I could believe that. I could believe that. And I know that was a small one, but I saw that going around today and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that shit? I also have another thing that we'll hit a little bit later, but it's the return of Frogan. Okay, we got some Frogan content, and I know. Okay, it's a little lackluster. I'm saving the Jer content for a little bit because the Jer content's gonna be long and just so good, just so fucking good. It's gonna be just mwah, just chef's kiss because of things that he did. You know what? You guys want to get into Jer stuff, or do you want one more thing prior to Jer content? We could do Jer now, or we could do one last thing just before Jer content, because the Jer content's gonna be a little bit of a big one, okay? Because I got one last small thing. Not Hijabba the Hutt, no. Well, Hijabba the Hutt actually has something very interesting to say. Some people are saying Jer. I see one for Jer. I see oranges. I see please Jer. Okay, we could get into the Jer. Let's get into, oh, excuse me. Let's get into the Jer content, because the Jer content is going to take some time. But for those of you who aren't aware right now, when it comes to Jabba the Jer, okay, when it comes to this fat retard right now, dude has been crashing out and losing it. And I have this real quick from Brad Cool. New WP feature on Germinal Decline. You can learn the identities of the original creators of Jeremy's Stolen Shorts. There are also links to their social media profiles. Click the repost button on their video section to view these. Because people are just so pissed off with the quartering and his shorts just being nothing more than basically stolen content, just through and through blatant violations of YouTube TOS, people are now just hunting down the original content so that individuals can, well, alert people that, dude, your content is being stolen right now, just straight ripped. And this has already had some impact on Jeremy. You know that there's been at least, I believe, one video taken down because of this process. But okay, you know what? I support this. I support informing people about all the content that Jer's been stealing, because this shit is just so fucking just insane, to say the least. And real quick, Last Effects and 10 Joules with a W. Shout out, brother. Shout out. But not only do we have this, okay? Not only do we have this going on, we got some others, because in his vlog yesterday, it wasn't really even relevant to bring up, okay? His vlog yesterday wasn't something to even really discuss, because it's just him going over his keto stuff. But the thing that I've been noticing in a lot more of his vlogs that he likes to say he doesn't want to do, you know, the flexing on people and stuff, he does it in all of his vlogs. He just starts showing up how much he's been paying for shit. And he showed off his agility course yesterday, and you can see just the prices on this shit is fucking insane. 9-foot dog agility seesaw, $755. 7-foot tall agility and frame, $1,665. What else do we got? Oh yeah, this little tube, $69.99. 12-foot dog walk. 12-foot dog walk. Almost $2,000. Almost. And then you have this. You have this stuff. This is in his unused fucking exercise room. Large leather heavy bag for boxing, because again, he was gonna try to do boxing there for a little while. $500, $424.99, almost $500 for this giant thing. Hey, look, Bowflex treadmill, $5,369.06. And the person showing off the price tag, by the way, isn't Hotep here. It isn't anybody like that. Jer's putting this stuff in his own content. Here it is. The quartering claims that he is on keto diet, a rough edit. So we have this little thing real quick, okay? And I'm just showing you this because he's the one putting this stuff in here.
This is the least used room in my house. It's my workout room. Well, it's time to make a change. I've been working with my friend Melanie Mack. We're gonna try keto. Now, I know you're probably gonna feel like
$400 for these things. $400.
You have to offer a bunch of suggestions and this, and I will take those into account. Or maybe you're gonna say, well, that doesn't work, or this, that, and the other thing. I know. I've tried a lot of things. But I'm trying.
$1,000 for whatever this thing is, the rowing machine. Dude, you have so much money in there that you could just work out constantly. You don't have that much time on your hands. You say that you work like 100 some hours a fucking week. Exit out on that shit. You could take time and just work out on this stuff. You have a fancy swimming pool in your house. Well, at your house, not in your house. You have a very fucking fancy swimming pool. Go into the pool and exercise. And I know people aren't going to believe me. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Okay. What does he actually own, though? I think all that stuff. I think he just went out and bought that shit. Let's go the quartering blogs. We can go to his latest one. I'm pausing it because his latest one is just so fucking cringe. Like right here, okay? Right here. You have a big ass fucking pool right here. Why aren't you getting into the pool all the time just to fucking exercise? You have a bum knee right now, okay? You took today off because of some surgery you might be getting. I don't know. There's been no real updates on it. But because of a doctor's appointment, you took today off. Okay, you have a bad knee. Why the fuck aren't you in the pool exercising in the pool? You talk about how hot it is and how miserable it is. You have a pool. You have a pool, dude, with a water slide. He has a big ass pool here with a big ass water slide. I'm just gonna mute it because you can end up seeing it. You can see the water slide right down here. Look at this. Look at that. That's a big ass water slide. You designed this all. This was your pride and joy, your go-to house. You made this house for yourself. Well, you bought the parts and had somebody made it. You helped contract this whole house. You have this whole fucking house made to order, more or less, and you've never, it looks like you've never used the pool. It looks like you never open up the pool and go in your pool. Why not? Why have it at all to begin with? Why, bro? Why? I don't get it. I don't get how you can have basically zero time to go out there and exercise ever. I don't get it. You used to go around and boast about being a millionaire, fucking uber rich content creator, able to do everything, self-employed, all that stuff. And yet you can't exercise with a pool, with all this stuff. You can't make out some time to do this for like 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. You can't do that prior to now. I call bullshit. And this is going to end up going actually over to like his whole weight loss journey and his keto and everything. Jared has an addictive personality to the point that unless he breaks that personality, unless he gets that whole mentality, that thought process, everything that goes on there, unless you destroy that, you're just going to gain all that back once you stop keto and quit exercising for a little bit. All that fucking fat is just going to come back tenfold because you're not going to be changing habits at all. You have to do all of that for months on end in order to and for hopes that you do break these habits. I don't see you doing it because guess what? Guess fucking what, dude? You told us all you quit drinking a while back. Hey, he's still drinking, guys. He's still drinking. And shout out to chat. You guys are fucking awesome. But here from Keto Grove, cutting alcohol would have helped me. The quartering is struggling with the restricted alcohol choices in keto. Guys realize like the only things he's allowed to drink right now is essentially like straight whiskey, freaking vodka, like hard alcohol seltzers and stuff like that. There's the amount of things that he's going to be allowed to drink and can't drink right now is going to be insane.
I suspect I'll lose a little, just given how stark of a switch it's been.
Sure.
Cutting alcohol would probably have already helped me.
Yes, it would have. Like you told us you were doing months ago, but never did.
Yeah.
But you know, I do have a casino night. But you told me I can have White Girl White Claws.
Yeah, White Claw. If you're gonna drink, you bet those
I'll
White
probably
Claws.
just try not to.
No, he's gonna drink. He's gonna drink. He's incapable of not drinking. He doesn't have the power to not drink. I mean, even here, like you're already trying to find, oh, well, I could do the white girl white claws. I could drink that on my casino night. I could drink that instead. I could get drunk off white claws. Oh, it gets better.
Yeah,
As long
try
as I
not
can.
to.
Yeah.
But it's better that if you do, because if you find yourself where it's just like, okay, and you're just white knuckle willpowering it, you might get to a point where it's just like you just fall
Give
off
up.
the rails. And so if you're like,
He's gonna fall off the rails. You're just giving him outs and excuses to fall off the rails. Keto is so strict.
okay, look, if you catch yourself like, okay, if I don't have something, I will go off the rails. So
Yeah.
go ahead and have the white claw then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 6. But anyway,
Or 6. Or 6. Dude, you're not gonna be able to survive. You're not gonna survive this at all. You will fall off keto so fast.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
yeah, so
And most you can have, I see you over on the kick site saying he's not gonna make it 2 weeks. He needs to be able to make it at least like 2 weeks for keto to properly start setting in. If he doesn't make it 2 weeks, essentially, he will never have reached ketosis. It takes roughly 3 to 4 days to start getting into ketosis right when you start keto. Once you get into keto, you have to maintain the ketosis. You have to constantly be doing this. You have to constantly be working this shit out. He's not going to survive it.
yeah, if I'm going to have one, I might as well have none. Let's be clear.
Right, yeah, you can have more than one, but yeah.
Try to
If you're
keep
gonna
it
do
to
it, keep it to the white claws, and then you can bounce back from that much easier.
Well, they have this thing called these drinks like carblesses, which are the same thing, and
Yes, they do. But you should not be trying to drink those while starting keto. You should actually try to cut it all out.
they have
Okay,
also
yeah.
zero
There
carb.
you go. There you go.
But I'm gonna try to just go like 2 weeks clean. And
You won't make it. You won't make it, dude. Don't even try to pretend like you're gonna make it. You will not survive 2 weeks. You are going to break instantly. I can't believe this, but we have some more, okay? Because outside of the whole exercise arc and all that stuff, we had this, okay? We had this. So this was the prime time beginning of yesterday's big stream with Jer. This was their big opening story on the show. Was somebody whipping their junk out and peeing on somebody else?
we're live Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Rumble. So make sure you come over to Rumble, download the Rumble app. It's free. Everything's free. It's a free speech platform. Do all that kind of stuff. So a couple went to a Morgan Wallen concert. I don't know. Did you see this floating around X
No. Nobody saw this shit floating around X. Nobody.
at all?
I didn't. Are we gonna have another Coldplay situation?
No, not a Coldplay situation. More of a warm leg situation.
Congratulations, dude. That's the best you got. A warm leg situation. And I know this seems very boring, but we're gonna be wrapping this stuff up because this is gonna get weird.
Oh.
So they're at a Morgan Wallen concert and somebody peed on them.
What?
Yeah.
Did you
And-
go to the Morgan Wallen
Hey,
concert?
it wasn't me.
Wow, Mel. Wow, Mel. That's a pretty deep jab. That's a pretty shitty thing to say. Did you go to Jer? Did you go to the Morgan Wallen concert and piss on everybody? That's pretty fucking sleazy. Oh, but it gets worse.
I make it.
You
look,
have. I mean, you've been
I
drinking a lot of
understand.
water.
Yeah. At some point, you got to just like give up on it. I understand. You just kind of let it go and accept your fate. Let me see. Why is it not adding? Add to stage. Why is it not adding?
Oh no.
Yep, technical difficulties. The show. They can never just make the show work. They could always have issues. Oh, but
I see
this
on the
work?
bottom a little bit.
I see it on the bottom too. Yeah. Let me refresh.
Hey guys.
yay, Solo Mel! Solo Melanie Mac, guys. We all love Solo Melanie Mac. Oh, but here gets the best part. This is the part that stuck out most importantly to me, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why once we get to it. I'm gonna tell you why this part in particular is what stuck out to me.
Don't pee on people at Morgan Wallen concerts.
Great information, Mel. Great.
But if you pee on people in a Green Day concert, they might like it.
I'm gonna play that one more time. I'm gonna play that one.
Green Day concert, they might
Hey, I'm gonna go back a little further. I'm gonna go back a little further.
pee on people in a Green Day concert, they might like it.
I'm just... The reason this stuck out to me in particular... Melanie Mack is an e-girl. A very stereotypical e-girl. Extremely stereotypical e-girl. And we all know that she likes My Chemical Romance and, you know, that band. Okay, shout out. My Chemical Romance is pretty damn good. I'm also pretty confident, like 75% confident. Actually, I'm going 80% confident on this one. I'm pretty confident she's also a big Green Day fan. Now you can probably see where my hamster went with this when I heard this statement, okay? I honestly believe that this is kind of a self-report from Mel, because I'm pretty sure she's a Green Day fan. I'm like pretty sure she loves Green Day. And if you're saying that, hey, if you go to a Green Day concert and you go, you know, you pee on somebody at a Green Day concert, they might like it. Mel, are you self-reporting that you like some water sports there? Are you admitting that you enjoyed them golden showers? This is me speculating. I'll fully admit, I think this is me speculating. But it wouldn't surprise me is what I'm trying to get at. Like this whole thing here would not shock me if it turns out that she's into this. I had my brain going like, I'm pretty sure you've said multiple times that you like Green Day. I'm pretty sure you've said that. By the way, Bo Body sent 250 joules with a laughing disco. Shout out, buddy. I am just asking questions here, Keto Hydra. I'm asking questions. Because if you turn out to be a big Green Day fan that's willing to go to these concerts, and you say this, I think this means that you like it. I think we know what you and Johnny like to do in the bedroom, and I didn't need to have that information in my head. Okay, Mel? I didn't need to have that information. It's pretty grody. But again, I'm just sitting here. I'm asking some questions. I'm theorizing. My brain is doing the little, you know, the little jiggling and stuff. Like the hamster's working overtime up here. I'm just okay. I'm just Respect and Bo Body is your dance name. I'll take it. That's what you're oh, Bo Boyd. Well, you're Bo Body now. Bo Body. That's what your name is. But okay, now we got this. Your brain jiggles? Yes, my brain jiggles. There's nothing wrong with Green Day. I'm not shaming Green Day. If you guys like Green Day, go ahead and like Green Day. I've had some Green Day songs that I like. They just all sound the same. That's the problem. But again, Mel's a stereotypical e-girl who loves all that kind of like music, okay? I would not be surprised if she loves Green Day. It would not shock me. I'm just laying that one out there. But we got this, okay? We got this aspect of the story too. So this came again from yesterday. And this is just so beautiful. This is just a perfect encapsulation of like Jer just being so fucking incompetent. And again, it's more of the stuff that I talked about with the Chrissy Mayer thing and what I've talked about in some of the other, you know, quartering content recently, where they're crashing out over people talking about the Odyssey. You see, they have now magically changed both their positions, Melanie, Chrissy, Quartering, that if you talk about bad movies or woke movies or anything like that, you're giving them promotion and therefore you're helping the movie grow. There's a lot wrong with that whole entire philosophy. I mean, it's been disproven time and time again with movies like The Marvels, Supergirl, so on and so forth, many shows as well. But it's gonna get so much richer through this segment, okay? This section in particular, it gets just so beautiful and wonderful to hear what it is that they have to say.
If it's just like, hey, this is a movie critic, they're gonna review every single mainstream movie. But otherwise, if it's like, oh, here, let me go pay for it opening night so I can dunk on it. And then I've seen this. I've seen how this plays out. Then the audience,
I know that there are YouTubers that do this too.
Followers are like, oh, I also went and watched it so I could talk about how bad it was. And it's just like then everybody and all of the audiences and all of that are going to watch the movie so that they can dunk on it.
That's not ever happened. That's never happened in a million years, Mel. And Jared, you co-signing this, you should know this has never fucking happened. Like, a movie so bad that people are coming out here openly saying that the movie is an atrocity and that everybody then just starts flocking to the movie theater. That's never happened. The best you could point to is maybe the Minecraft movie. But the Minecraft movie worked because it played into memes and a bunch of fucking families decided to go there. That's why the Minecraft movie worked. It became a meme. But this never happened with the Marvels. This never happened with Supergirl. This never happened with an army. There's more movies I could start naming off right now that were just so fucking insufferably bad and woke that people talked about. Went to the movies, reviewed the movie, went out there, and the movies bombed epically. There's so many examples that this whole statement is a bullshittery and filled with stupidity, but it keeps getting better.
On it and laugh about it. And it's like, okay, well, you're helping the movie at that point. So I think I think we have to ask ourselves questions sometimes when it comes to these topics of like, okay, do I want to promote the movie inadvertently by watching it opening night and making this review about it or not?
By doing my job, by doing the jobs that people have out there, by doing the job, going out there and talking about the movie. Therefore, you're helping the movie. Again, bullshit.
You know what I mean? Because that's a likely outcome.
The real way to boycott a movie is not to profit from it and then like constantly be talking about it, because
mind you, this is all about the Odyssey right now. Everything they're talking about right now is about the Odyssey and whether or not the Odyssey is going to be a success and is their cope and all this shit. Okay, then don't talk about the Odyssey, Jer. Don't be talking about it at all. Don't talk about the copes. Don't talk about any of this shit.
This tweet has 4 million views. You think that 4 million people saw this and was like, oh, I'm definitely not seeing it now? No, people are going to go see it because you're
No, I talked about Doctor Who. Nobody went and saw Doctor Who because I talked about Doctor Who. I talked about Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. Nobody saw Starfleet Academy. Hey, how does this all work with Star Wars? How does this been working for years at this point in time? That doesn't work that way.
Talking about it, and it's just so weird that, you know, that it's become this economy. I've seen it, you know, I used to be a part of it.
Yes. You used to talk about you used to be a part of it. You used to be a part of it. You used to be a part of this entire industry that just goes out there and talks about the woke content. You just used to be a part of that story, guys. You used to do this. You talked about Brie Larson indefinitely. You talked about just a few months ago Starfleet Academy. You talked about Supergirl. You talked about this shit. So you used to be a part of it, guys.
And now, Ruby, leave him be. Come here. Ruby's harassing Huck. Come here, Bean. where like you create also a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Really?
Where people want to be a part of that in-group dunking on
Really,
something.
really.
This isn't me saying that The Odyssey is a good movie. You want to know why? It's because I didn't pay to see it.
But you're talking about the Odyssey. You're talking about the Odyssey, Jer. So then by your logic, you're helping the movie right now. Your own logic assists the movie. Everything you're going on about assists the movie. So then just shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
I didn't, I cover it, I make fun of it, but I'm not going to like pay money to go see a movie that I already know I'm not going to like. That's the ultimate self-own.
Then don't pay the money to go see it. I'm just gonna say. And Ann's, yes. 100% yes. This is a way of him attacking F&T, D-Day Cobra, all those people. I don't know if Alyssa Clips has this in her actual clip itself. I didn't double check or anything like that. I might be able to actually, no, because they just kept talking about Coffee Brand Coffee for a long period of time. He says Critical Drinker's a real movie reviewer. Never says Gary. Never brings up Gary or anything like that. Critical Drinker could go out and do it, not Gary, because Gary never talks about movies that he likes. Always talks about movies that he likes. D-Day Cobra, he's part of the problem, guys. He never talks about movies that he likes. He only ever talks about movies he hates. He likes The Odyssey. He's talking about The Odyssey. So yeah, he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about, but it keeps getting, guys, trust me, this is gonna be just so, just wonderful.
Good movies continue to underperform at the...
I mean, not always. There's been some good movies so far, and they did perfectly fine. Backrooms did perfectly fine. Obsession did perfectly fine. What else? There was some other good movies that came out recently that have done just numbers right now. You had Iron Lung last year, did numbers. There's been tons of movies out there that are doing just fine, that are good.
At the cinema, and people are spending their money to hate watch stuff.
Yeah, and
it's just like, what the hell are you doing with your time?
I don't think hate watching things is very healthy, and this also includes like hate watching people on social media that you don't like for whatever reason. And
I mean, when I do it, I get content out of you guys, so there's benefits to me.
That happens a lot as well, and it's like, why do you want to make yourself upset? That's why a lot of times people...
I'm not upset. I'm loving this stuff. You guys are just so fucking retarded.
Will be like,
there's 100 people in chat right now that are just like clipping stuff.
Yes, because you're retarded, and this entire argument makes no fucking sense.
This is their whole existence. It's like, bro, just...
And like Adam says, it's the fucking job. It's the job. If you cover pop culture, you got to know this stuff. You got to go out there and do this. Okay, it's part of all of this. And I'm just so baffled that you're crashing out over people doing their literal job. I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised. You never do your job.
Watch somebody you like.
I've seen people who have been like, oh, did you see so-and-so was on their stream today talking bad about you? And it's like, I don't watch that. Why would I watch that? I'm not going to hate watch people that have a beef with me. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, okay? But then don't crash out.
But what happens is a lot of people do. There'll be people who like me and who are sending me DM requests and stuff and they're hate watch.
Yes, because they want the drama. They want you to address it. Okay?
People who are hating on me all the time, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? Why are you hate watching somebody that is making you upset? You can play a video game that you like. And then there's people who hate watch a movie they don't like. They'll hate watch a video game. They
hate watch a video game, guys. They'll hate watch a video game.
They'll hate play a video game they don't like. They'll do this, and it's like, that's a lot of time you could be putting into things, taking in entertainment that you actually do like. So
I mean, you did that, Mel. You played games that you didn't like. You've done all that. You've talked about bad video games. You've talked about bad pop culture. You guys are all blatant hypocrites right now. So then did you guys assist Assassin's Creed Shadows? Oh my god, guys, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh my god. No, nobody assisted Assassin's Creed Shadows because it was a flop. But people still bought the game to play it to make sure that it was a bad game. Guess what? It flopped. It was a disaster. But if you guys played it to know that it was bad, to make sure that the mechanics were bad as you guys were predicting it was going to be bad, you're just helping them out. Still flopped.
I get it that there is, a level of critiquing things or criticisms about so on and so forth, but even with like the Candace Owens stuff, for example, like we both don't like her, but we're not hate watching her shows. We're not tuning in.
I mean, Jared makes so much content on Candace Owens. It's ridiculous.
And watching all of her shows, like someone might take a little clip of something that circulates, but man, to me, the people who are just like hate watching everything, it's going to rob you of some happiness.
I'm super happy covering you guys, okay? I'm super happy when I watch you for not the reasons you guys think. I actually start having joy in my heart because I know I'm going to be able to dunk on you because you say literal retarded shit. Okay, you say some of the dumbest stuff out there. It's just so wild. Jer, based on what you just said, you're helping Candace Owens every time you put out a Candace Owens video. Every fucking time you put out a Candace Owens video, you're helping Candace Owens by that logic. You hate Candace Owens and what she's doing right now. I didn't know that you're helping her out every time you talk about her.
Well, in the entertainment space too, like I get it. It's a whole economy. They should make their money. I'm not saying they're like bad.
They should make their money. Just remember that.
People or anything. But I am saying that they must know the outcome of them constantly promoting these movies is selling tickets.
No, not at all. That didn't work out for Supergirl. And I keep bringing that up. Like, Supergirl just fucking happened. The Marvels happened last year or 2 years ago. It didn't work out for these things. It barely worked out for Superman. Actually, it really didn't work out for Superman. Like, we have example after example. Didn't work out for Ironheart. Didn't work out for the Acolyte. Didn't work out at all. But apparently, again, if you talk about this stuff, if you discuss this stuff in any way, shape, or form, you're just helping the movie and convincing people to go buy the good tickets because you're telling them that it's shit.
Like, you know that endlessly talking about the Odyssey is selling tickets to the Odyssey. Yep. And it is not... It is objectively, like, I haven't seen it, okay, but I've seen enough people that I actually trust, not people whose entire career is just saying this movie bad and never put out videos that a movie's actually good.
Who? Name names. Name names. Name them. Name them!
Like, I'll say, like, Critical Drinker will at least occasionally put out a video that's like, hey, this is a great movie.
Right.
Yes, Critical Drinker does. Gary does. D-Day Cobra does. A lot of people do. Ryan does. He'll do entire streams on it. So who are you talking about, Jer?
Yeah.
If your entire existence is like, this movie's bad, then I don't trust your opinion on movies because you're purposely seeking out bad movies. So how would you even know what a good movie is?
Yeah.
And like this idea that like this whole economy, like if Hollywood actually fixed itself, what would they do for a living?
Talk about good content. They would literally talk about good content. Jeremy loves the Odyssey. I'm pretty sure if there wasn't controversy around the Odyssey, he'd be talking about the Odyssey constantly. Not this Jeremy, D-Day Cobra Jeremy. Like, they'll talk about content still. They have no problem doing that. Superman. Superman was a bad movie, but it wasn't a woke movie. They talked about Superman constantly. If Superman was good, they'd still do it. I don't get what it is that you're talking about.
Like, there's no... There's...
Well, yeah, they have vested interest for Hollywood to keep making these types of things. So...
That's right, guys. F&T, Geeks and Gamers, they have vested interest. That's why they're promoting the woke movies. That's why they're going out there and doing this. Disparu's out there promoting the woke movies so he can do this because he has money baked in.
By hate watching and in a way promoting these movies and selling more ticket sales, that's giving them more content in the future.
Yeah.
Because it's like if it would be against, like they're gonna lose business if these woke movies lose money and they quit making woke movies, then these people who are making that their entire thing are out of a job.
Hey guys, I just want you to remember everything you're hearing. All these little statements about the economy, about it, the woke movies, there's like an entire business, and if they go away, you know, then they'll be out of job. If you talk about it ever, you're promoting the movie. I just want you guys to always keep that in the back of your head.
So
yeah, it's better to just, you know, be clear about, if you're going to talk about it, like, be clear about not saying, you know, like, not obsessively talking about it. I mean, this whole in-group thing of, I saw it too, and boy, guys, it was so bad.
I mean, they saw it. Yeah, it was bad.
Like, you're a pick-me.
You're a pick-me. You're a pick-me. Gary, you're a pick-me. D-Day Cobra Jeremy, you're a pick-me. Beardo, you're a pick-me. Disparu, you're a pick-me. Ryan, you're a pick-me. Guys, you're pick-me's.
Like, you knew it was bad, and you still gave Elliot Page your money. Just
no, they ended up giving the box office that money. The movie still hasn't even broken even. It actually might break even. I'm not gonna lie there, but that doesn't mean Elliot Page is immediately gonna go get that money. Unless it makes money, she doesn't get the money.
so you know.
Yeah.
You know, you thought it was bad. You wanted a few people to like your tweet, but now you gave money to Black Helen of Troy.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's a part of the movie. Hey, if you guys saw the Marvels, you gave money to apparently Brie Larson. Oh wait, that movie didn't make money
because you wanted a few likes and retweets. It's not going to win the culture war. It's only going to, you know, create profit for you. And like, if you want to review a movie, if you want to see how bad it really was, then you'd wait to see it come out on stream. But there's this powerful pull where they want to be one of the group.
And here's the other thing, and you already brought it up. You guys are so fucking incompetent at your job here. You're trying to act like this movie is succeeding because, you know, people are saying that it's bad because of wokeness, because because people are going out there and talk about the Odyssey, ergo the Odyssey is now being successful. Jer, it's a fucking Nolan movie. Christopher fucking Nolan runs Hollywood, basically. He's their king. He's their literal lord right now. He can go out there and do basically whatever the fuck he wants. Audiences flock to him constantly. Only one of his movies in the past couple of years actually did not perform that well, and that was Tenet. And it didn't perform poorly because the movie was bad. It performed poorly because it came out during fucking COVID when there was barely any theaters open. He demanded people put his movie out during COVID in the theaters. That's the only reason that movie didn't perform well. But like this whole notion that once you rip that little part out, once you rip the Nolan part out of this and refuse to address the Nolan aspect, your entire breakdown of this is incomplete. You're just an idiot at that time. This is a Nolan fucking movie. It was always gonna do well.
Be like, I too hate this movie. And it's like, dude, you spent your hard-earned money seeing a movie you knew you wouldn't like.
I mean, it could be a business write-off.
And then you took time out of your day to tweet that you didn't like it.
Took like a minute.
You know, you could have went and watched, you know, Where Evil Lurks, or you could have went and watched Passengers.
Again, all the movies you keep promoting are slow burn horror movies that you like. It's fine if you like them. Then make content on them yourself, Jer. Nobody's stopping you from making content, reviewing those movies and talking about those movies. Nobody is. Go do it.
You could have went and watched like any one of these like excellent movies that nobody's watched or seen. And then you could have been talking about that instead.
Why won't you do it? Make an entire video breaking down Passengers. Go out there and make the reviews yourself. Nobody's stopping you, Jer. Nobody.
But the economy for that, and I know there's an element of this where like I have to be realistic. Like the economy for amazing movies you never heard of probably isn't as good as movie that already has a ton of marketing.
Right.
That
sadly, yes, but you could start talking about movies like that. Nobody stops you from doing that. None
is bad.
Yeah.
But like, even when I cover this stuff now, just my heart is not into it. Like I just like, oh, it's another woke movie. Like, I don't know how you still pretend to be offended 5-10 years into this.
Realize this is his third time talking about the Odyssey. This was his third time. He talked about it like in the current week. This was his third time. He's talked about the Odyssey a whole lot prior to this. Don't get that twisted. Again, he didn't promote the movie at all, guys. He didn't promote it at all, and he never participated in this at all, guys.
Like, this is what Hollywood does. You want to dunk on it, you want to make a couple videos about it, cool. But we are now in week 2 of this. And
actually, it's more like week 1 because it came out last Wednesday.
And it's people's whole like personalities have become coping about a bad movie, and I just.
Okay, yeah, they're coping about a bad movie. They're coping, guys.
I'm not calling about any of these specific people.
You mentioned Critical Drinker, and you're really hinting at particular people.
But it's just like,
and again, it's part of the job. Like, they're talking about the job. It's the topic right now. Up until today, when we have Marvel things to talk about, that was the big topic. It's the Odyssey. It's doing fantastic. Yes, people are going to talk about it.
You know, this. It's like, oh, I went into the JSON code and it looks like this is okay. Well, you didn't do that for Oppenheimer.
They did this years ago. Like everything he's talking about, this is actually curious right now. And they didn't do it for Oppenheimer because Oppenheimer was good.
You didn't do that for movies that you liked. But this movie.
But reminder, guys, this is cope. This is cope.
The audience is fake. The reality is,
if you talk about all this stuff, guys, it's cope. It's massive cope. If you accuse them of all this, guys, of faking reviews, buying out theaters, all that, if you accuse them of that or say that it's happening at all, that's nothing more than cope.
This movie's going to make close to $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Hollywood success. It's going to be a critical success, and it can still be a bad movie.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. And the coping, I just want people to stop coping because it looks pathetic.
They're coping again, guys. They're coping. I don't like when it came to this was actually something interesting, and it actually is pretty relevant because when you take out the push notification reviews, the people that get forced to basically review it once they're done seeing the movie, yeah, that's actually something interesting to remove the people that were never going to review it at all. That's actually where you get the real numbers and stuff. When it comes to buying out theaters, yeah, that's cope. There's no real evidence for that. But again, if you talk about that and act like that's happening at all, if you act like any of that's happening, you're coping.
Take the L. This movie's going to make money. And let's move on to something else that we can maybe affect the box office on versus like endless videos about
We don't affect the box office.
Supergirl did not stop anybody from seeing Supergirl.
I think it might have actually. Like Supergirl was a disaster. So people do. What? Supergirl bombed.
It's like, I went to the Thursday premiere so I could make this video before anyone else and tell you how bad the movie is. So you paid for it?
But
yes, because it's the job.
I think we've reached a point now, and a lot of things have been exposed as well. A lot of the funding sources and all that, to where people don't as much. It's like, okay, you're not going to be as surprised if you see somebody say, hey, I ain't about that transgender.
Oh, this gets into a weird spot where they're trying to say it's because yeah, I'll keep playing it. This gets weird. This gets weird a little bit, but I'll play it for a little bit. It's weird.
Gender ideology. It's not shocking to hear someone say that anymore because people have been bold and have been coming out. And plus, I think that a lot of the propaganda bots have died down.
Yeah,
So,
USAID went away, and so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's a lot less of that.
and so it's not like, oh, thank goodness there's somebody who's saying what I've been thinking. It quit. That's not a thing anymore. Now it's just like, oh yay, now let's swarm to the next thing to be
Yeah.
angry about.
What you guys do. What you guys do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exact. You said it better than I could.
It turned
Like,
into a business. It used to
Yeah.
be, hey, you put yourself out there, like you're risking your livelihood to say these things.
Yes, this is still all revolving around hate watching and reviewing bad movies, by the way. Everything they're saying here is still connected to that. That's why it's so weird where we went with this, where they started bringing in USAID bots, and it was risky to go out there, guys, and say movies were bad. Yes, but guess what? People still did it.
Well, then people started capitalizing on it a lot, and people started saying, oh, wow, look, there's actually a business to be made here. And then some accounts that otherwise stayed quiet during the height of the controversy when you could actually get in trouble, they're like, oh, wait, there's money to be made in this.
You mean maybe like you guys? I'm just gonna say maybe like you guys did. Mel, for sure, you did.
Yeah.
Now I'm jumping on the counterculture.
You're the
bandwagon
you're
now
the
that
in
I
group
can
now.
profit off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the in group now.
I'm just gonna say, for a couple years, Jer here was always saying that he's pretty liberal. He's pretty liberal in almost everything. Mel here, she's pretty liberal. I'm just
no longer heroic to say.
Yep.
You're no longer taking any risks. You're just in the in group.
Yep.
It's like all these people that were like, oh, being a Trump supporter is cool.
Yeah, this is starting to get into a weird area because they start like veering off. But I want to go back to the hate watching, okay? I want to go back to the hate watching, what they were saying there. If you talk about it at all, you're promoting it. If you've made an entire economy right now over discussing these shitty woke movies and all this. And at one point in time, Jeremy participated in it. Oh my God, all these videos about Supergirl. If you're making videos about Odyssey, you're just helping them, guys. Well, here's this one. Oh yeah. June 29th. This was brutal. Supergirl disaster. Supergirl has been canceled. Woke superhero movies. Yeah, this is from 2020. We have 2020, 2026. It's just getting worse. From June 24th. Supergirl. Total disaster. Talking about Supergirl again with Angry Joe. Oh, there's Batwhamins. There's the Batwhamin stuff. Oh, but more recently, I have some of his most recent videos up, and it gets worse. A new low. What's the new low, guys? What's the new low?
Well, the battle rages on over the Odyssey, whether it's yesterday's reveal that apparently Rotten Tomatoes got caught red-handed, inflating the audience score by nearly 40 full percentage points.
Wait, but I thought this was cope, dude. I thought this was cope. I thought there was no real evidence to back it. I thought this was cope. Dude, I thought this was just people coping when you're talking about this stuff. It's just coping. This justifies why you put this out 2 hours ago. Just yesterday it was cope, guys. Just yesterday it was cope. Hey, let's scroll down a little bit. Just yesterday, this was cope. This was cope. Massive scandal. Openly talks about.
Marvel 79.
Openly starts talking about how they're just buying out the theaters, guys. They're buying out theaters. Holy shit, guys. But I thought it was cope, dude. I thought it was cope, and I thought if you talked about the Odyssey at all, you were helping it. I mean, we can just look at this. Here's an Odyssey video from today. Here's an Odyssey video from yesterday. Here's an Odyssey video from 2 days ago. Here's an Odyssey video from 5 days ago. Let's see how many else. Oh, 7 days ago, a week ago, Odyssey video. Do we have some more? Do we have a little bit more? No, you've put out 7 videos so far on the Odyssey. So then would that mean that 1, you're coping, and 2, you're promoting the movie? Jer, are you promoting the movie because you're talking about it? You're coping and talking about it, bro. You're the one that's going out there and doing all this. Nobody's preventing you from doing this. You could just not do it, dude. You cannot talk about, the Rotten Tomatoes stuff. You cannot talk about them buying out movie theaters, which there's no evidence to support that at all. But you're saying that they're doing it. It's almost like you're doing exactly what you accused everybody else of doing. Saying everybody else needs to stop it. Oh, but it's okay when you do it. It's okay when you do it, Jer. It's okay when you do it. And again, to the notion of hate watching and doing this and the reviews and stuff, one reason why it's okay to do this, I have no problem if Jer wants to do this at all, but he's already laid out the rules and he's already violating them, so he's a hypocrite. I have no problem if you want to talk about the Odyssey or any of this stuff, okay? I've got to think you're stupid if you think they're actually buying up a bunch of theaters and stuff like that. But everything else, like with the Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like this, go ahead and talk about what people are saying. Talk about what you actually think, okay? There's no problem. And if it's a negative movie, feel free to talk about it all you want, because guess what? If you don't talk about a movie in a negative light, if you hate a movie and you don't talk about that movie, all that's left is people talking about it in the positive light. So then it's just constantly getting positive reviews. It's just constantly getting people saying that it's a good movie over and over and over again. And by the way, okay, by the way, we got $20 from Desiree! Shout out, lady. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, brother. Says Cope Brand Cope. I mean, he's the one coping. I see you, Max Brand. How are you? How are you doing? But the other side of this, okay? The other side, back to what I was saying. The notion that it's bad to review bad movies, that you're just promoting a bad movie. If you don't review a movie and say that it's bad, if you go out there and like refuse to talk about anything that you think is bad, if you don't do that, there's only good people saying that it's good. There's only people out there saying that it's good, okay? And I have this post here from Garrett, okay? Quarterback Garrett. Shout out Quarterback Garrett. Love him. And he's quote tweeting this from Joe Barry. Says, Nick Fuentes on Jeremy Boring Show said he doesn't watch Hollywood movies anymore. He just watches Nerdrotic and the Critical Drinker reviews. I mean, a lot of people do that, but oh, Nick Frites, not Fuentes, Frites. Okay, I'm so sorry. I did a bad thing there. But we have this from Garrett, which I think is relatively poignant. Every time I gotta watch these garbage movies and post about it, I get some numbskull in my mentions like, just stop watching it. This is why reviewers have been a thing for a long time. We watch XYZ, tell you what we thought, you take that info and make a decision. I'm lucky enough that I get to do it for a job, and it's a blast to clown things or recommend things. But it also saves tons of people their time and money. I know, because they tell us every meetup we do. I'm glad to be on the Nerdrotic team and do what we do. Think about it. There's probably been a movie out there that you were looking forward to, that you thought was going to be fantastic or anything like that. Because somebody said that it wasn't really that good, you started thinking, maybe I'll revisit this. Maybe I'll see what people are thinking. Because people are going out there and doing that and reviewing movies and talking about this stuff, people get informed decisions now. Nobody gets informed by fucking Jeremy content. Quartering content just leaves you uninformed. And it gives you so many different fucking positions that you don't know what's true and what's not. Everybody else, they're at least telling you what they honestly think and what they honestly want to do. So there's that. And I see Static in the chat saying gay over on X. Well, you're gay. You're gay, Static. Can't wait to see you in Vegas, fag. I see Fear the Haggis real quick says, Jeremy, like I said before, no one can be angry, but we stop talking about it and taking the money from me talking about it. LOL. Wait. Like I said before, no one can be angry, but me stop talking about it and taking the money from me talking about it. LOL. I'm confused. I'm confused. Here's the thing. You don't have to go out there and watch the movie, talk about the movie, anything. Nope, nobody's forcing you to do that. I do it because I find it fun. I talk about movies and pop culture because I enjoy it. Okay, that's why I do this. I actually don't. My movie reviews never make numbers. They just don't. I do it because I like it. And if there's a good movie out there, I'm going to tell you there's a good movie. And think about it like this, okay? There's two movies I can think of off the top of my head. The trailers and the marketing, okay? You also do it sometimes when I tell you to. That's also true, Adam. Shut up. But there's two movies, okay? By the marketing and the trailers. One was atrocious. Movie was good. One... okay, One was amazing marketing, fantastic. Oh my God. Movie was pure dog shit. Masters of the Universe had shit marketing. Movie was fantastic. I proudly hang my Skeletor popcorn bucket up. I proudly display that. 28 years later, those trailers were fucking peak. The marketing was out of this world fantastic. The movie fucking sucked balls. One of the worst movies I've seen in a couple years. Hey, guess what? I wouldn't have known that if I didn't go and review it and tell people. People wouldn't know that if people didn't put the work in. Okay? Nobody would have known that. Like you have two very different movies there. Two drastically different movies. Bad marketing, great movie. Fantastic marketing, dog shit movie that deserved to fail. Would you have known any of that if people didn't go out and do the job? I remember seeing the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer and being excited. It was a terrible movie. That's an exact reason Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. There's going to be trailers out there that just look fantastic and amazing. That's going to make you really excited to go see it. And then it turns out it's awful. But if people didn't tell you that it's awful, people didn't go out there and make the content, do the reviews, tell you that it was awful, would you have known that it was awful? No, you would have spent your money on it. Quite a trade-off then. Yeah. You watch it so we don't have to. I know I'm never going to see it. Couldn't sit through it for 2 minutes. Hey, I watched it. And not only do I pay for this stuff, I'm just going to lay that one out there. I have the links. Didn't pay to go see Nolan. I'll openly admit that. Think I paid to see that movie? But like, people do this so you can be informed. People do this so that you will know what's going on there. And when you see people constantly complain that if you just quit watching it and quit doing this, it will stop. It never does. It never stops. And if you quit talking about it, all you do is you leave people like John Campea out there to say the movies are fucking fantastic and shut the fuck up. Like, I have an example of this recently, okay? Like, if we're not out here talking about Doomsday right now, I know I have it. I'll use John Campea as a basis. I saw it. Where did it go? This? Right here. Okay, I saw this just before stream. Knew I would find a way to bring this up. I saw this just before stream. So this is all about Avengers Doomsday, okay? All this is about Avengers Doomsday. The Wonder Woman 1984 trailers, Blue Monday music remix is still great though. I have it on my playlist. That sounds fantastic. That does sound fantastic. There's a lot of fucking great trailers for awful movies, but one of the big criticisms, okay, for Avengers Doomsday is they haven't like propped up Doom. Like in the MCU, their main format to bring up the big bad. Hey, John Ambler, how are you doing? But to bring out the big bad, you know what Thanos is? They built up Thanos over time. They built him up. They made him who he is now. The big criticism with Doomsday is you were building up Kang, ripped away Kang, even though that was probably a smart move. But now we're doing Doomsday. We're doing Dr. Doom. We've had no build up to this dude, and you're just plopping him in there for your big bad. And like, that's a legitimate criticism for how MCU runs. But if you didn't have people talking about that, if you didn't have people bringing that up, if you didn't have people discussing that at all, you'd be left with John Campea saying shit like this.
The single greatest villain in cinematic history is Darth Vader. You did not need 3 movies building up Darth Vader before you made Star Wars: A New Hope.
Well, Star Wars: A New Hope helped build up Darth Vader for Empire Strikes Back, which then helped build him up even more for Return of the Jedi. And then you add in the prequels, it's amazing. Oh, and real quick, Frostfang with a $2 shout out, brother. Says Campea thinks he's legged, but member Campia thinks he's legend, but remember his woke rant? Yes.
Had to have Vader. Hans Gruber is one of the greatest villains in cinematic history, played by the late great Alan Rickman. Hans Gruber is one of the greatest villains in cinematic history. You did not need 2 or 3 movies building up Hans Gruber.
Yes, you didn't. You didn't need 2 or 3 movies building up like fucking Ultron, for example. They built up Loki. People forget they built up Loki for the Avengers movie. We're talking about how Marvel has been doing their stories. Doomsday is the new big bad. On the level of Thanos, they never built him up, so we don't have that.
For bringing him in and making him one of the all-time greatest cinematic villains. You did not need build-up for it. I mean, just about any movie with a great villain, of which there have been many, you never needed build-up. If you need build-up, then you don't know how to write a good movie.
Well, I mean, MCU doesn't know how to write a good movie.
If you can't write a great, compelling villain without having 2 or 3 movies of build-up, then you don't deserve to be a screenwriter.
Like without Gary, without Critical Drinker, without Mahler, without D-Day Cobra, I know that's a lesser one. No, shout out Doe. Without people talking about movies that in a negative light, without them saying that, hey, this movie was bad, this movie was an issue, you'd have this dude out there telling you that movies are all fantastic. Do you really want to trust his judgment on things? Do you really want to do that? Exactly. If Kang killed Ant-Man and won, he would have been set up as a threat. Instead, he loses to ants. Yeah. Oh, God. That's typically how a plot goes, John. It's build up to the climax. Yes. Yes. And again, when it comes to MCU in particular, they built up Thanos over years of build-up, years of putting people together, years of designing all that, just for you to finally get that Thanos, this guy they've been propping up and like he's finally here, and he fucking wrecks shit. You could have had the same thing when it came to, Doomsday. Everybody would have fucking loved that, but you didn't. Said you built up Kang and failed at that too. But real quick, Frostbang with $5. They built up Loki, it worked. They built up Thanos over several movies, created Dread. Ultron in one movie. It wasn't that interesting. I still like that movie. Not the greatest. Like the solo movies were supposed to be some of the lower tier villains. The shows were supposed to be some of the lower tier heroes taking on even lower tier villains while you build up to the big bad. You could found ways to utilize all this, but they never had a plan. So there's that. And again, if you didn't have people talking about this, you would never, ever, ever. You would have Campia talk about movies and telling you how great it all is. I keep forgetting that there's the fucking Vision shows coming out here soon. I keep forgetting that thing exists. I don't think I'm gonna watch that one. Thanos immediately defeated Thor, Hulk, and Loki in the opening Infinity War. He was quickly set up as a threat. Yes, but they also built up to him. So you had that mysterious dude. You had this dude that you had no idea about until finally he shows up at the end of Ragnarok when he's finally there. And you're like, fuck. Oh shit. And then you start, it's not Infinity War. It's, you start Infinity War. And you see that he just wrecked Hulk. He just wrecks everybody. The first big villain, he just destroys. Yeah. Adam, you actually talked to Gary about the Vision show during Wormhole Watch? Shout out. Learned a couple things. Ooh. I had no idea. I keep forgetting Vision's happening. I don't even know if I'm going to review it. I have no idea. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is Weasel? What did you? Fuck Weasel. Fuck Weasel. I heard about Dermy starting a new workout program. His trainer is starting him off easy. Fuck Weasel. Fuck Weasel. And fuck Cloud. Fuck this douche. This fucking furry loser right here. Fuck him. And fuck other furry. Look at this. Look at this. These are my friends. These are my friends. Except Cloud. Cloud's a fag. Cloud's a fag. Trying to dunk on me. Cloud's simping for a VTuber that has an OnlyFans. What the dog doing? The dog is right now relaxing in his kennel. So there's that. I need to check up on him after stream. So we have 30 more minutes before I have to go just double check on the doggo. Double check and make sure that he's all good. I love that doggo. But okay, so since we have 30 more minutes left, I knew the Jer segment was going to be coming. More accurate photos. Shut up! What the fuck was that? Was Cloud making himself a furry avatar? He's been a furry avatar! Doctor Strange no longer being Sorcerer Supreme is insane. Absolute character assassination. Dude, I've never seen Multiverse of Madness. I refuse to because Doctor Strange was one of my top tier heroes. I can't do it. There's no amount of money in the world that would convince me to do that. For my health, I don't pay attention to Cloud, and this is proof why, dude. Where's the Dermy-OF? Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. You will never get a Dermy-OF. It's Super Mind. The first Doctor Strange was way better. Oh, it's Super Mid. The first Doctor Strange is way better. Nobody can convince me to go watch Multiverse of Madness because of what they do to Doctor Strange. They cuck him, because I saw the reviews. They cuck him. They then rip away his Sorcerer Supreme title. And then they just don't give it back to him since he's back. Like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Your hubby's talented, says Miss Subvert. Shut up. Shut up. Your hubby's dumb. Weasel's dumb. Fucking hate that. But okay, we got a few more minutes left. We're gonna do this. Doctor Strange 2 had a 450 million global opening. It must be a masterpiece. That's one of the arguments right now with the Odyssey that I really hate. Look how well it's doing at the box office. It must be good. Minecraft movie made $1 billion. The Minecraft movie made $1 billion, guys. That's an atrocity of epic proportion. That movie does not deserve to exist. It's but okay, I said we were gonna do this at the beginning of the stream, and I want to do this because this is you know what guys, I am happy for Asmongold in one way. He did get a girlfriend. Asmongold stuns with his new girlfriend. An Asian chick. Don't know this chick's name off the top of my head, but apparently she's an OLF creator. So there's that. But god damn it, it is such a contrast. Look at the greaseball monkey right here, and then look at her. Look at the two of them. This shit is so fucking weird. That's a real doll. No, that's a real chick. Because we have this. Asmongold is already regretting getting his girlfriend. Oh, what's this? What's this?
I'm gonna do the tier list with her.
And we're gonna play Roblox.
The fact that your girlfriend wants you to play Roblox. The fact that she asked you to play Roblox. Here, I need to look something up. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm not looking up her OnlyFans, okay? Asmongold's GF name. No, that's not the name. That's not the same person. That's not the same person. Asmongold girlfriend crossed the line. No, that's not the same person. I Googled it. So for research, I know that there's some nice pictures out there, okay, that are stream appropriate. Asmongold's GF. I'm trying to find her name. Because I've seen a Casey. Casey. So Asmongold Casey. Here, you know what? We're not playing the video. We're not playing the video. Well, we are gonna play the video. Let it load. It's hard to blame him. It's hard to blame him. It's hard. It is very hard to blame him for this chick. That's an image. That's But we have more. So we hands up, hands up, hands up. Don't shoot. Casey adds some fuel to Asmongold's shitgate. So, like, I get why you're with her. I get why you're with her. But at the same time, bro, I don't know if it's worth it.
Did not wash your hands.
I did.
You know how I know you never wash your hands? I can say it. I don't want another shitgate.
Oh, fuck.
Look at him. He's already dead. He's already dead.
Oh.
So the same day I saw the dookie stain, I was gonna go pee. I saw 2 bottles of hand wash there, completely full. One of them, I actually opened it. You know how you have to do the little twisty thing to open a hand soap? I opened it.
Was the other one open? I don't.
Thank you.
What is it for? Why is it just sitting there? You're not even using it.
If somebody comes over, they want to wash their hands.
It was brand new.
I try to care for my guests.
Did not wash.
I'm struggling to figure out whether or not this is a win or not. I'm struggling, guys. I never needed to know these information. I never. I mean, he's doing the right thing, making sure the guests have hands up. He's doing the right thing, but we also have this one. I mean, this is pretty based, okay? Cockroach head in Asmongold's fridge, LOL.
Where is it?
Wait, your
Okay.
fridge is very clean.
Yeah, it is. Of course it's clean.
No, never mind.
No, it's not.
Is that a cockroach head? That's a fucking cockroach head.
Yeah, actually it is.
By the way, Carly Lawson, I think I said your name right, sent a loot box worth 1,000 jewels. Thank you so much. I have no idea what jewels equates to, so I don't have any sort of buttons or anything like that, but thank you.
Why is it
How
just
did you
the
know
head?
that? How did you know
Because
that?
there's a little thing on the
pointy.
head.
Yeah, no, you're right. They actually.
Yes, it is dead because it's in his fridge.
Oh my God.
Why is it just the head?
So have you ever heard of something that I've called before? I've called it roach snipping.
What the fuck is this? You know what? No, this is based. This is based. Yes, you kill the roach.
Why did you put it in the fridge?
No. I said roach snipping.
Yeah, that's like snipping a roach.
Like you cut them in half, right?
Yeah.
You cut them in half off the wall. So I guess I cut him in half, and half of him got inside.
What do you mean half of him got inside?
I don't know.
I mean, he was there, so he got in.
How it happened? I mean, it could have been 5 years ago.
You know, sometimes I appreciate Asmongold for his honesty and transparency on a lot of shit. But at the same time, sometimes you're just like, I don't need to know that, bro.
He's probably been there for years. You got
just the level of how he said he's probably been there for years. Just how he said, and look at her. Look at that face. Well, this brings us to here, okay? This is the new thing. I think this is a part of this clip here, but he is now, Asmongold might get a second home after Casey gave him due. She wants me to clean up the house. She said it's contaminated. She wanted me to shower more. She gave me a big list, cut my hair shorter. I'll consider buying a second home. There's a house I was gonna buy. I ended up not buying it though. I might do it. So let's listen to this. You know what? Here's the thing. Is it a good idea to have a girl try to straighten you? Like, men are slobs, okay? We are monstrous slobs. We just are. We're pretty simple creatures. We're not very, hard to understand. We'll put stuff in our locations, but we're also kind of slobbish, And the woman's role sometimes is to make sure that the man is no longer a slob. They're supposed to help out. Make sure the man is no longer caveman, is a little bit more prim and proper. I wonder if this is a W. I'm just sitting here. Is this a W?
Asmongold's high value male is his dirty, lives like a hermit. She did say, she told me, I don't know if, she said she wants me to clean up the house. She wanted me to clean up the house.
Yes. Yes, just clean up.
Yeah. She said it's contaminated.
You are notorious for a lot of stuff. Like, I like Asmongold, but you were famous for having a dead raccoon in your attic for years until it fell down and nobody knew it was there.
And it begins. No, that's number one. She said she wanted me to shower more.
Yes, just shower more, okay? I can't go like a day without a shower. Just shower more, okay? It's okay to shower more.
And I think there was like one other one I forgot. She gave me a big list of things that she wanted me to do. I forgot what the other ones were though. Her boyfriend. There it is. It's always the same, isn't it? Demanding, yeah, you go to the gym. I don't think that was one of them. Israel's trying to compromise you. Why not buy a second house? I will consider. I don't know. Like, there was a house I was gonna buy. I ended up not buying it though. I might do it. Oh, brush your hair. She did say she wanted me to cut my hair shorter, but not like super short. She said like when I played Final Fantasy 14. That was the frame of reference that she used.
I mean, let's lay it out here, okay? Let's lay it out here. Is it a bad thing for Asmongold to clean up his life? Okay, to get and when I say clean up his life, I mean take care of himself, trim up, present himself a little bit. Is that a bad thing? Not living like a slovenly gamer who never sees the light of day. Is that a bad thing? And I'm asking that because I'm sitting here thinking, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing. At the same time, like, we can all see why he's doing it. And she is an OnlyFans model. Is it the right girl to be telling you to do this? Is it the correct one? It's a bad thing when she's going to yoink his bank account. That's also true. That is also true. Asmon be rich. If she's bringing nothing but positive things in his life, I say more power to them, and I hope they are happy. You know, well, then you get Poopgate. You get Poopgate. There's an entire Poopgate. You say this out on stream. The Freeman says, can't hear Dermy when he showed her photo. I mean, I could barely see you guys too. I get it. I get it. I'm sitting here like, you know, if she wasn't an OnlyFans model, it'd probably be worth it. She ruined my life 100%, but I think it'd probably be worth it. She's gonna bleed him dry and he'll love every minute of it. Yeah. It's gonna happen. He, like, listen, I ain't no red pill, like, anti-woman person here, but I'm just, Asmon's a high value man with a lot of money. I could see somebody 100% trying to use them, but the self-improvement stuff I kind of like. But seriously, self-improvement is a must and helps both people. It's the best way to grow as a couple. I mean, if she's not bringing anything to the table with this self-improvement, like if she is not willing to like participate and she's like, hey, you want to be with me, you want to do this, you need to help out. And if you do, we'll work stuff out together. We'll have fun and do like the, you know, if she's not willing to like cook for him and all that stuff, then he's a simp. But if she is willing to do this is like a serious relationship, then you know what? All the power to him. He got a winner. Asmon and her are gonna have some weird looking kids. A lot of chicks like Asmon, like Kirsha. Yes, and Kirsha's probably devastated that he now has a new girlfriend. You know, her husbando was gone. Her husbando was taken. Need more stories about smearing tooth blood on his wall. What? No, I don't know. No. Okay, what time is it? How long have we been going? Okay, you know what? We've been almost going for 2 hours. I need to get some stuff done, but I want to do because I won't be able to get this until Saturday. I want to talk. You know what? We're going to save this for Saturday. We're going to save the Frogan stuff for Saturday because there's a good topic. A real good topic involving Frogan. I got told about this topic while watching Nicholas Diorio, and I'm over here like, fuck, I got to talk about this. I looked up the information. It is gold. Just straight. You know what? No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Because this is just so funny. So, this is from July 18th, okay? This is from July 18th when this happened. And we all know who Frogan is, okay? Frogan's right now losing a lawsuit to Ethan Klein, even though she's trying to say that she's winning and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. We get the picture. Well, because she's losing this lawsuit to Ethan Klein, she is now... These are words that are about to come out of my mouth. She is now claiming she got physically assaulted last weekend. And it's partially because of Ethan Klein and all the Zionists. I'm not making that shit up. She is blaming Zionists for assaulting her last weekend. So we come over here to this. So this is Frogan. This is again from 18th. Last night, I was targeted and assaulted by a group of Zionist men. They repeatedly tried to hit me, and my friend's lip was busted protecting me. Security had to intervene and remove them from the premises. Absolutely insane that this happened over us just existing. I don't believe you, but she has a story about it. She actually put out a little video about it. Let's check out the video, guys. Let's check this out.
I wish this would be a cutesy get ready with me video, but unfortunately, time and place. Last night, whenever I was out with my friends, Zionists attacked me.
Zionists attacked her. Zionists attacked her, guys!
And my friends. I went to LAPD today and reported it, and it's not a hate crime.
Well, okay, well, what did they do? What did they do?
Apparently. We went to the club. Our friend wanted to see a DJ set because our friend was like the DJ. And around 1:48 in the morning, one of my friends went to go smoke a cigarette, and I heard screaming behind me, and they were saying kiss and make. And
kiss and make? They're saying kiss and make? What the fuck?
Behind me, and they were saying kiss and make.
Kiss and make. It says kiss and make. Okay.
And if you're Levant Arab, if you're like Lebanese, you know that's fighting words. So
it is? What? Kiss and make is fighting words now, guys. What?
I'm like, who's saying that to me? So I turn around. They're like, oh, kiss and make, kiss and make, kiss and make. And I said, fuck off. Me telling them to fuck off, set them off, and they physically assaulted me.
I call bullshit. I call bullshit on this. I do not believe kiss and make. Okay, you're claiming. Here, let me look this up, okay? Kiss and make Lebanese. If you're referring to a traditional Lebanese social greeting, it involves gentle triple kisses. I've never. What? Okay, I just looked this up. Kiss and make Lebanese. If you're referring to, however, if you're looking to make Lebanese dishes, what? I don't know. I feel like this isn't a hate crime just by law. I don't see how this is a hate crime.
My friends immediately got involved, and they punched my friend in the face, and they put my friend in a chokehold and slammed her to the ground.
Really? Really?
Security broke it up pretty quick, to be quite honest. They escorted them out, and before they escorted them out, I looked at one of them and I said, you literally put your hands on women.
I don't know if you're a woman. I'm just gonna say I don't know.
And he was like smirking, and he like looked at me like I was not even fucking human.
I call bullshit. You will not convince me this fucking happened.
The occurrence occurred where, you know, it escalated again. One of the guys tried swinging on my friends again.
Wait. So after one person tried to assault you, another dude and that guy gets thrown out. Another dude appears and goes like, oh, I'm gonna swing up. I feel like maybe your friend was being a bitch. I think you're leaving some information out on this because magically another dude appeared to come and do Mortal Kombat with her friend as well.
And he was like, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm Israeli. Where are you from? And it's like, okay.
I think maybe there's more to the story than what I think. Maybe your friend was being a bit of a bitch.
Okay. Then I went outside, and one of their friends started verbally harassing me, and I got to a scream match again. Didn't call the police.
Oh, okay. Because I don't believe a single word out of your fucking mouth for shit. You're always lying and making a bunch of bullshit up. I'm just gonna lay this one out here. If the dude's Israeli, okay, maybe he's Israeli, part Israeli, all that stuff. Maybe your friend was being a cunt to him. Maybe they were started it all. And then the fight started because of that. Maybe that's what you're leaving out on purpose.
Police last night because, to be honest, the police are useless, and I kind of realized that as well today.
So if the police are useless, then why did you go to them?
My friend and I went to the police station to make an in-person report, and they said that it's battery, but it's not a hate crime because it's the First Amendment.
Yes, there are no hate crimes in America. Are you kidding me? You called people crackers. You've said awful things. There's no hate crimes in America. I mean, there are, but they're not supposed to be hate crimes for saying words. They're just not. Hate crimes are stupid.
Allowed to not like a religion.
Yes.
You are allowed to.
You don't like Israel. You constantly bash Jews. You're just as guilty.
You tell someone you don't like them. You're allowed to say anything.
Yes.
To somebody.
Yes.
I feel like it's a systemic flaw.
I don't think you want to be playing this game, woman. I don't think you want to play this game. I think you'll end up losing this game.
You know, you need to think about why they even approached me, the only hijabi. Also,
I think what happened is your friend was being a cunt, running up on these dudes who happened to be Israeli, started talking some smack, and they wanted to treat her right. Okay, I think that's what happened.
Speaking a language that they're not even native to, assaulting me, that's another thing. So yeah, not a hate crime, by the way, but like they targeted the only hijabi in the club.
I call bullshit.
Never in my life have I experienced anything like this before. I've worn the hijab for 20 years, and never in my life have I ever been physically assaulted because of my hijab.
I don't think you got physically assaulted because of your hijab. I think you started talking some smack and then you got smacked.
Have I been physically assaulted for being Frogan? Yes.
I think maybe you got assaulted for being Frogan. I think that's what happened. I think you got assaulted for being Frogan, and that's not me saying that, oh my God, there's Frogan, we're gonna beat her up. No, I think it's because you're a bitch, you said some shit to somebody that should have had that said to, and you wanted to go out, and the guy responded back in kind. I think that's what happened. By the way, X in Wonderland member for 3 months. Shout out, brother. Wait, she does look like the Thomas the Tank Engine. Shit.
But not my hijab. Still in shock, to be quite honest. If this was like any other religion or scenario, I'm sure it would be classified as a hate crime.
No. I don't see anybody ever saying that there's a bunch of Christian hate crimes, like people are committing hate crimes against Christians. I don't see that. But
I thought about not saying anything at all, but I think it's so important, especially as
Sorry, I had to mute myself because I was about to break TOS. I really was. I was about to. Her voice! The vocal fry. I think this is important. I want to.
A Lebanese Muslim woman is being targeted by Zionists.
How do you know they're Zionists?
Entire village in Lebanon does not exist anymore. I'm never going to be able to see my family's history. Your voice is power, and
I'm biting my tongue. 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 I'm biting my tongue.
They want you to be silent, and I'm never going to stop using my voice.
Oh God! Don't say the words! Maybe it's a good thing your village is gone. Sorry, I had to say it! Don't know if we need to revisit that, but we also have this. So I talked about this retard a couple weeks back. Apparently, this guy's good friends with Rogan as well. But Anthony Sargon of Do Not Worry podcast discusses Rogan's assault and how online harassment from Asmongold and Ethan Klein can spill over into the real world. Yes, it's all Asmongold and Ethan Klein's fault, guys. It's all their fault.
This is what happens when like online harassment and calling someone like an anti-Semitic bigot on the.
I mean, she's the one that made the board and called did some heinous shit towards Ethan Klein. Like she did that.
Internet over and over again. It can bleed out into real life.
You go around calling everybody fucking bigots all the time. You lost your shit over Gary, Az, and all those guys for not liking Supergirl and said you wanted to assault them. What are you talking about?
And some people that watch this internet content, this internet drama, that maybe watch Asmongold calling Frogan a traitor to her people, or maybe they watch the H3 podcast and they watch someone like Ethan continuously call Frogan an anti-Semite and a racist and a bigot.
What about when you went out there and called Gary an incel, called them racist, said they were chuds? Does that not lead to... No, it only ever goes one way, guys.
I'm not saying those people watch this content, but like having this nonstop narrative online year after year after year, vilifying Frogan and painting her as some sort of like anti-Semitic bigot.
She is.
Well, some Israelis might see that, and we know how excited Israelis get about violence. We know how much Israelis love their violence. And yes, these people were Israelis, so...
Again, you're just... I'm not shocked you're taking your word as law because you want to go out there and, make some Lebanese babies with her. You want to see how that Frogan jiggle. Oh, God, I can't believe I just said that because my active imagination... Ah! I could see that plain as day, brother. Simp! But dude, come the fuck on. Come on, bro.
I'm not making that assumption.
You are.
Kind of makes me wish I was there because, I've been boxing for 3 years and I've never had to use my boxing skills outside of the boxing gym. And I'm...
This goes back to when he said he wants to smack Gary and Ryan. Dude, you're not intimidating. You're like a twig.
I'm always like, God, can I, like, am I ever going to have to use these? Because if I do,
if you do, guys, these are weapons of mass destruction. I'll use them. Oh my God, look how tough I am.
I'm going to have to throw hands someday. And I was like, man, if I were there, I could have, I wish I was there to like,
I feel like this is gonna look just like fucking Ellen Page boxing recently. I feel like that's what it looks like, dude.
Punch those fuckers back is all I'm gonna fucking say, dude.
Oh sure.
I wish I was there to just punch those fuckers back. Right?
Just like you wish you could go punch Gary and them. Yeah.
And some fucking weirdo replied on my Twitter and said, "This did need to happen. I'm glad Hijabi the Hutt is being taught a lesson."
Okay, look at that. 1 like, 12 responds, 1 retweet, no name account, not even verified. This dude is nothing. This dude could literally just be your alt.
Openly on Twitter. Obviously, he's a fucking anonymous little fucker. Can you fucking imagine the sickness?
It's a nobody account. You don't have to. Wow.
So, is it shocking that this happens to Frogan when just people on fucking Twitter are openly saying shit like this? This did need to happen. I'm glad Hijabi the Hutt is being taught a lesson.
Yeah, I don't agree, but there's no proof that this is a person.
Now, if this fucking coward would dare say this to my fucking face, it'd be a different story.
I'll say it to your face. I'll say it to your face. Didn't need to happen, but fuck the bitch.
It would be a very different story. Now, to be fair, I have no idea if those idiots know that she was like Frogan from the internet. And if they were like
Nobody knows Frogan outside of like deep internet lore people. She's not an important human being. Like she's a nobody. She gets no traction. She has to beg for rent money.
Encouraged by watching H3 or Asmongold or whatever the fucking weirdo shit they're watching, right? Or if they're literally just so fucking Islamophobic and so fucking racist that they just saw a Muslim woman wearing a hijab and they're like, hey, kasumik, hey, fuck you, fuck you.
I don't even know what those words mean, dude.
I don't know. Frogan doesn't seem to mention that it's like some kind of like it's based on any internet beef, you know?
No, she doesn't say that. She just tries to say that there was Israelis and they assaulted me with no provocation at all. I call bullshit.
I think they're just Islamophobic for the love of the game. They just Islamophobic for the love of the game, you know?
I'm tempted to be Islamophobic to you just for the love of the game. I'm so tempted to just start throwing bacon at you.
Know what I'm saying? They're just typical Israelis.
Oh, typical Israelis. Yeah. See, this I hate these people. I hate this is why I hate the whole Jew and Israel and all that shit, because stupid shit like this gets typical Israelis. Okay, we're just gonna ignore the fact that she doesn't even say really what happens, and more higher than likelihood chance that you know what's gonna fucking happen. What's the reality there? She probably was just out there being a fucking bitch, and people got tired of it. God damn it, I hate. Dude, she's never gonna touch your pee-pee. That's all I gotta say on that. She's not gonna touch your pee-pee. That dude is anti-Semitic for the game, LOL. Exactly! They're anti-Semitic for the love of the game. But Israel! So, are they in Israel? But they're Israeli! Who gives a fuck? If it happened, why didn't she record it for people? You know, that's the other thing. Why didn't anybody record this? You're out in LA at a club. Nobody recorded this shit. Nobody recorded this. There's no video evidence of this going down at all. LA club late at night. Come on. I'm gonna save this for sure on Saturday. Here, to wrap it up, we got one last tiny little thing to do before we wrap it up. Okay, we got, oh, fuck it. It broke on me. Give me a second. We got one last thing to do. Okay, one final thing, because you know what? We got a based Phil moment. We got based DSP. We got a actually, I'm going to keep EGM off because of Phil. We got based DSP for a second. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You know what? DSPW right here.
Look it up.
Uh-huh.
It's not a slur.
What is it?
It's not the N-word.
What is
Okay?
it? What?
The N-word is a slur. The N-word has no positive meaning. It's all negative.
I mean, in certain contexts, it's never mind.
It's not a descriptive word meant to do something. It's just meant to offend.
Yeah?
Okay? This word, retard or retarded, is not an offensive word.
Based! 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 Let's go! Let's go! The N-word part's kind of soy, bro. But I gotta be real here. With the retards, you know what? Based, it's not a slur. Let's go, retards!
Unless you take it that way. So stop.
No, I wanted more. I wanted so much more. Based Phil. Phil Dub. Phil Dub. Retard is not a slur, you retards. I love it. I approve. I approve this message. Unequivocally, I approve this message. By the way, I want to check something out. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there's still nothing. I just wanted to double check to see, has Jared tweeted at all today? I'm not even gonna lie. The quartering last tweeted 11 hours ago. There's been no quartering content at all today. So there's that. Jeremy, don't forget my video. You won't regret it. Okay. Video enjoy, LOL. What is it? I don't want more Gooner content. Kyle. We'll do this on Thursday. Not Thursday, Saturday. Remind me Saturday, because we will do it then. I don't want to do more Gooners. I don't want to do more Gooner content right now. But I will drop the link to the video in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Okay? If you want to check it out, here's some more Gooner content. No, Jer's down. Maybe his doctor chopped off his leg. That's right. Well, he's been canceled. I mean, he's trying to say he's been canceled because people are doing the right thing, but there's that. Anyways, in the meantime, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Tomorrow night there will be a stream, but it won't be a drama stream. We got the return of Anime Odyssey, in which we're talking Reincarnated as Slime season 2 and 3. It's been a little while, so we'll talk about something nice and fun and some One Piece and things like that we'll be discussing. So we'll tune in for that. I need to double check the times with Adam, but that will be up on this channel. Won't be drama based, but it'll be fun. So keep an eye out for that one. Friday we got the Tryhards, where we could talk some shit about Marvel and geeky stuff. Then we'll be back to talk more drama on Saturday. So stay in tune, stay in touch, get ready. 9 p.m. says Adam, so that's 9 p.m. Eastern. So usual time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Not standard anymore. 8 p.m. Standard Time, okay? Tune in. I'll have the links tweeted out and all that. But in the meantime, guys, you all have a lovely... Actually, no, I need to set up the rates. I'm almost left without rating. I almost left without rating. I am a failure. Let me see who's streaming right now. Let me get that set. What the fuck? I don't even know who that dude is, and it bothers me. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna move over. We're gonna go edit. We're gonna see who's streaming on YouTube first. That way we can figure out who we can raid to on Kick. So let's see. Smash JT. Meme. We could do meme. Let's do meme. Okay, we'll do meme copium. So let me get the raid set up over on Kick as well. Meme. Oh. Meme copium. Got it. Okay. Starting the raid on both ends. In the meantime, guys, you all have a lovely night. Have a lovely day wherever in the world that you guys might be at. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.